Hey, welcome to my review for Pokemon Journeys, episode 65, Dragon Battle, Ash vs Iris. Okay, so Ash gets a letter from Unova. It's from Iris, a companion Ash travelled with all the way back in Black and White, asking for an official battle as they're both in Superclass. I'm gonna give a little context for me here. I dropped Best Wishes about 20 episodes in when it was airing, and haven't really looked back at it since. I did not like that series, so Iris is essentially going to have to be a fresh character to me. We also do get some flashbacks to Best Wishes in the Journey style, so people can stop complaining about OS being the only one to get them. In Opelucid City, the two boys split off quickly, and Go catches two of those ugly monkey Pokemon, and throws a third Pokeball at what he thinks is a Pokemon, but it's a girl, who promptly goes to swing after Go apologises, and yeah, this girl is Iris. This is a callback to when Ash and Iris met, since he tried to catch her. At the Opelucid gym, Ash meets with Drayden, and Go meets him too. Ash's phone goes off, so they head into the gym. This scene is set up really well to me. The gym is dark, a Mulga flies in and lights up the gym. At the top awaits Iris in a new outfit. That's right, she's Unova's new champion. We get a nice little reunion here between the two former companions, and Iris has a nice little personality as she's really excitable and wanted to properly surprise Ash. And if you haven't seen that one Best Wishes special, which I haven't, Drayden lets you know that she battled other dragon trainers around the world, such as Claire, and befriended other dragon types and worked her way up to champion. This actually does kind of remind me of what Bee's doing at the moment when she goes around to various dojos and gyms in her pursuit of beating Leon. And this is a pretty good setup for Iris becoming the champion. Dragons are powerful Pokemon. And much like how winning the Alola League doesn't make Ash a Pokemon Master, Iris doesn't think being the Unova champion makes her Dragon Master yet. So she's using the championships to grow like Ash's. Really good setup. And of course Ash is happy to be fighting such a prestigious opponent. And since I mentioned the Alola League, Ash doesn't mention it to her. I think at this point they're saving it for a big moment like a title defense battle, or his introduction to the top 8. No need to have him take Iris' moment from her anyway. Ash introduces his Dragonite to Iris, and plans on using both his Dragon Pokemon. So sadly no Pikachu, but it's going to be damn cool to see, and Iris senses just how kind Ash's Dragonite is. Alright, since we're getting into action, I'm not going to be recapping all that. Of course the battle starts out with the advertised Dragonite versus Dragonite, which makes a lot of sense. Two Dragonites couldn't really be more different. I really appreciate how Iris' Dragonite has the animation for Dragon Rush from Best Wishes. It's different from when Ghostflygon uses it in this series. Iris' Dragonite has a big advantage over Ash's, and eventually he has to recall it and brings out Dracovish, and this is its first real battle. And it's pretty great how it just stops Dragonite's Dragon Rush mid-flight by grabbing it with a Fishious Rend and finishing Dragonite off with an Ice Fang. It's basically the weird way of battling you'd expect from Dracovish. As Iris puts it puts her off her pace. And the big reveal. Iris' trump card is Haxorus. Her baby Axew from Best Wishes has finally achieved its dream of evolving, which again, even if I haven't watched that series, it's still nice to see that as it's building up to it, but it never came in that series, and it's a huge step towards Iris' goal. I also really love Iris' proud little smile she had when introducing it to Ash. The thought of her thinking back on their journeys with Ash and how it helped them get to that point, I love that. And Haxorus really easily takes out Dracovish too. I will say I don't think that this is necessarily the best way to show off Haxorus' strength, since this is Dracovish's first battle. So it's lucky that Haxorus has good screen presence. That does help contribute a lot more to it than this KO did. We get Iris' analytical minds too. She knew to avoid Dracovish's mouth and kept a distance after seeing what it did to Dragonite. Dragonite immediately boosts up with Dragon Dance, and has its Dragon Claw countered by Outrage, a move Axew never used after learning it. While it's confused, Go tells Ash to attack, but Ash doesn't, and I really think they needed a line about Dragonite needing a moment to catch its breath here. It's weird that Ash didn't take the opportunity to do anything, as Haxorus snaps itself out of confusion. Dragonite does seem to get disheartened and a bit aggressive, so Iris reaches out to Dragonite's heart and asks it to relax a bit. And I've seen some people act like this is Iris throwing the match. I'm just gonna hard disagree. First of all, Dragonite could still fight just fine, and Iris is a champion. She's more than capable of doing this and still winning the battle. Yeah, she gave it some words of advice, but that is not a deciding factor at all. So Ash does some of his usual wacky stuff using a Hurricane on Dragonite as a barrier, and man, how I wish they dropped the Counter Shield name, because this is exactly what Ash or Dawn would have done, and it redirects Haxorus' attacks. It even takes the energy from a Dragon Pulse and fires it directly to the sky. And well, then it transforms into a new attack, Draco Meteor. And this ends up being the deciding factor. Haxorus gets pelted and pelted with so many Draco Meteors, and is out for the count. Ash and Dragonite win, keeping Dragonite's 100% win rate intact. Ash goes up to Hyperclass. I absolutely adore this battle. I don't know if it's my favourite battle in Journeys yet, but it was used for so many things in such a satisfying way. We get to see how Iris has grown, which I'd probably consider the most important takeaway from this. We get Dragonite development and how it can battle to enjoy itself rather than just fighting for Ash. Dracovish having its debut, getting Ash to Hyperclass and having Ash finally defeat a champion of a region, which is a huge accomplishment. Something I love about Dragonite learning Draco Meteor is that you need max friendship for it in the games, and I feel like it probably reached that peak with Ash here, as they work together to create that move, but with that extra push from Iris too. And sadly we don't get masses of stuff from after the match. They shake hands in the gym and that's sort of it for the episode. I do wish that this was split into 2 parts so we get more of them just chilling out after the battle. There was promo art for them having a picnic, and I want to get that in the actual episodes, man. The quiet moments where they hang out are just so good. In Diamond and Pearl, there's a scene of May and Dawn just eating a cookie and talking before a Wallace Cup, which was more spread across 2 episodes for those breathing moments, you know? So, other than that, I've got to say I really did enjoy this episode and seeing Iris. She wasn't the thing that annoyed me about Best Wishes. I also didn't really like her enough to keep watching for her story, so with this episode it had to convince me of her too. And it more than did that. Sadly I don't get to fully appreciate her growth just yet, and one day I hope to do so, but I still do think it's wonderful for her to have been super proactive in the time she's been gone, and make huge strides to her goal, making her the most successful companion so far. The match really could have went either way and I would have been more than happy with it. I've already listed the stuff that this battle set out to do, but if it was Iris advancing a hyperclass instead, that'd be cool with me. She's earned it, and there are tons of reasons why that would make sense, just as much as it would with Ash. And I don't think she threw the match at all. Ash is just an amazing trainer too, and proved that by inventing a new move on the spot like that. I really don't know what more I can say. This episode was excellent. Maybe in my top 5 episodes for the series. It's so damn good. Guess I'll add that Dragonite is like the most impressive of Ash's Pokemon now, aside from Pikachu, because it defeated the champion's ace. Okay, bye!